Grandmother Confession. Title: My grandmother hid my mother's identity for 40 years. Chapter 1, The Call. It was a quiet Tuesday morning when I got the call. The sun was just rising, casting a golden hue through my kitchen window. My phone buzzed on the counter. It was Uncle Chike. "Obinna, come quickly," he said. "Mama is not doing well. She keeps asking for you." I dropped everything and drove the 3 hours to my grandmother's village in Enugu. My hands were tight on the steering wheel the whole way. Grandma, or Mama as we all called her, had raised me. She was my rock, my teacher, my protector. I couldn't imagine life without her. Chapter 2, The Last Words. When I arrived, the family compound was unusually quiet. Aunties and uncles sat outside on stools, murmuring prayers. I rushed into her room. She was lying on her raffia bed, thin and pale, but her eyes were still sharp. "Obinna," she whispered, her hand reaching for mine. I knelt beside her. "There's something you must know," she said. "Your mother. She's not who you think she is." I froze. "What do you mean, Mama?" She coughed, struggling to speak. "Your real mother was my daughter, Neka's twin sister. Her name was Adeze." I blinked in shock. I had never heard that name before. "She died giving birth to you. I raised you as Neka's son so people wouldn't talk. Neka never had children of her own." The room spun. I stared at her, trying to understand. Mama pressed a small locket into my hand. Inside, the truth. She took one final breath and was gone. Chapter 3, The Locket. I stepped outside, numb. The others assumed she had given me her final blessings. I didn't tell anyone what she said. That night, I opened the locket. Inside was a faded picture of two identical young women. Written on the back, Adeze and Neka, 1977. There was also a small note. "Forgive me, Obinna. You deserve to know. Love, Mama." I sat for hours under the moonlight, staring at the photo. I remembered growing up with Mama Neka, always kind but distant. She fed me, clothed me, taught me, but rarely hugged me. Now I understood. Chapter 4, Digging for the Truth. The next morning, I asked Uncle Chike about Adeze. He looked uncomfortable. "Obinna, that name should remain buried." "Why? Who was she?" "She was wild," he said. "Fell in love with a man from another village. Our father didn't approve. She ran away and came back pregnant. She died the night you were born." I pressed on. "Who was my father?" "Nobody knows, or maybe nobody wants to say." Chapter 5, Hidden Letters. Back in Mama's room, I searched through her wooden chest. Hidden beneath wrappers was a bundle of letters tied with a red string. They were from Adeze to a man named Emeka. Love letters, full of longing and sorrow. The last one read, "I don't know if I'll survive this birth. If I don't, promise me you'll come for our son. His name will be Obinna." My hands shook. Was Emeka my father? Chapter 6, The Journey to Nsukka. One of the letters had an address in Nsukka. I packed a bag and traveled there. The town was bustling, with yellow buses and okadas weaving through the streets. I found the address. It led to a small tailor's shop. A middle-aged woman stood behind the counter. "Good afternoon, Ma. I'm looking for Emeka." Her eyes widened. "You mean Emeka Okoye? He was my brother. He passed away 5 years ago." My heart sank. "Who are you?" "I'm his son, I think." She stared at me. Tears welled up. "You have his eyes. Come, let me tell you about him." Chapter 7, A Father's Legacy. Auntie Ifeoma told me Emeka had been heartbroken when Adeze died. His family disowned him for loving her. He searched for me but never found out where Mama had taken me. She gave me a box Emeka had left behind. Photos, a leather-bound journal, and a small wooden carving. "He carved this for his son," she said. "He called you his Obim, his heart." I wept openly. Chapter 8, Returning Home. I returned to Enugu with more questions than answers. I sat with Mama Ineka, now old and frail. "Why didn't you tell me?" She sighed. "Because I wanted to protect you. I loved you in the only way I could. But yes, you were never truly mine." For the first time, she pulled me close. "I am sorry, Obinna." And for the first time, I forgave. Chapter 9, the family meeting. I gathered the family. I told them the truth. Gasps, silence, then tears. Auntie Uju held my hand. "It doesn't change who you are. You are still ours." Uncle Chike nodded. "Your mother, Adeze, was family, and so are you." We lit candles for her that night, for Adeze, for Amika, for Mama. Chapter 10, a new beginning. Today I wear the locket around my neck. It reminds me of where I come from. I built a small garden in our compound in Adeze's name. Flowers bloom there every season. People visit and ask me, "Who was she?" And I tell them, "She was my mother, hidden by fear but revealed by love. I am Obinna, son of Adeze and Emeka, raised by Neka, blessed by Mama, and now I finally know who I am." The end.